Okay, so then I want to measure them, and I always like to measure, come over here. Ooh. I like to measure from the middle. Sometimes people do Cavalettis on curved lines. That's fine too. I like to do 3 because I like to incorporate a lot of stuff on the other side of the circle. So I find too many Cavalettis in a row is a little bit like, once you get in there and you're knocking stuff around, it's just like chaos. So I like 3, and I like to do them on a straight line because, again, we're all working on riding our horses calm, straight, and forward. So if I had them on a curved line, I find it a little bit like, oh, I got to make sure I go over 8 times on the right and 8 times on the left, so I'm evenly activating all the legs. So I like to keep them on a straight line, and so I always go toe to heel. And for Apollo, he's going to be about 4. So then again, I'm going to measure that. It's a little bit 4 and almost a half. So because I don't want to make him, really stress and stretch and, reach his limit, I just want to build the horse's body up step by step. So that's where I start. With a younger horse, like when Freddie does it or Denali, I will probably put them a little bit lower and a little bit wider. When Apollo is working on his new skill of passage, they're much higher and much closer to each other. So I just wanted to start there, and now I'll hop on and we'll do some work. All right, so now that I'm on Apollo and all my ground poles are measured and at the right height, I am going to get to work and show you guys a little bit. There's so many ways to incorporate ground poles into your work, and again, it's just so fun because there's just like no stress. Like, it's like hill work, right? It's like the horse having a great time outside, and you just gotta steer where you're going because the horse starts to use their body in a way that doesn't come from you like physically having to like manufacture it. I find it really brings a lot of joy to my horses, and when I think about the ideal relationship I have with my horses, having a horse love to work for me and love to express their body, that's why I do this, and that's why I know with these exercises you guys can find your horse's joy at home as well. So when I decide, like, should I post the trot, should I sit the trot, on my more advanced horses, I go over the ground poles and sitting trot. So Apollo, again, these are part of our life. He would not trot, and you'll see as we start, he starts pretty normal in the trot. Like, this horse is not winning the warm-up. And I think that's really important and really inspirational in a way because he's a normal trotter. Like, he even trots normal on the lunge line. And as he starts to like find his body and utilize, the ground poles almost like unlock him. And so I don't have to be kicking and whipping and holding and whatever. I just let the ground poles do my work. And so we'll just get into a little trot here so you can see it. There's a lot of very, very top horses in the world. I remember watching Huberto Schmidt on Venezuela Suerte in Germany, and you watch him start warming up, and it's pretty normal. You kind of go get a coffee, because that's what you do in Germany, and you come back 15 minutes later, and you're like, holy cow, what horse is that? Like, did he change out horses? Nope, it's still the same beautiful chestnut mare, except now she's moving. Totalis was another horse that, was really normal in the beginning, and even as a young horse. And all of a sudden, whoa, like he started to use his joints. It's really inspirational to think, well, what more is in my horse at home? Everybody has been waiting for Apollo, and it's been a pretty fun adventure to bring his best out, and we're certainly not done. So I always want to aim for the middle, and I always want to pick what leg goes in the first ground pole. And